Hey, what's up guys, I'm Styler and welcome to my unboxing and quick test of the BLUBOO Dual, which comes with 2 rear cameras and a very good price tag. Remember to hit that like button and subscribe for more. So let's start the video. The BLUBOO Dual is currently sold for only $110 US. It is powered by the MediaTek 6737T quad-core with 2GB RAM and 16GB storage. It is a dual SIM phone with support for LTE Band 20, microSD card, USB on the go and 5 GHz Wi-Fi. And the special highlight is the dual rear cameras, more to that later. In the package with the phone we find a standard micro USB cable, a 5V 1.5 amp wall charger, a pin for the SIM tray, a quick start guide in English and other languages, and that's it. In the bottom we find a microphone, micro USB port and a speaker. And the speaker unfortunately only provides a very flat sound. On the back we have a fingerprint sensor that actually works okay, as you can see here. It's not the fastest, but it does the job. Further up we find 2 lenses for the dual camera and a standard LED flash, where one camera is on 13 megapixel and the other one is on 2 megapixel. Combined you can create a nice blur effect around the focus. On the right we find a dual SIM tray, where one slot also supports a micro SD card, but you can't use more than 2 cards at the same time. In the top we have a 3.5mm headphone jack with good and loud sound. The back is made of metal, where the top and bottom parts are of plastic, but unfortunately the back is a real fingerprint magnet and after a short time you see your fingers all over. On the left we find the power and volume buttons, and they are solid and responsive. The display on 5.5 inch is made by Sharp and in Full HD. It's very nice, sharp and colorful. The touch panel is good and it even supports up to 10-point multi-touch. And the viewing angles are also great. In the top there is also a strong visible notification LED, and the bezels are what I would call standard. The phone only has on-screen buttons, so no capacitive hardware buttons on this model. And here a 360-degree look at the phone design. Now let's have a close look at the launcher and UI. Here you see the built-in weather app. You can slide through the pages using the fingerprint sensor on the back. And overall the UI feels very smooth and fast with almost no lag. And there is also a bunch of different settings available, as you can see here. Here are also the quick toggles. And let's go into the phone settings. First let me scroll all down to About Phone and let's check the firmware version and build number. And it also has support for OTA updates. In display we find support for aviation. Here you see the internal storage on 16GB and the memory is totally on 2GB. In the fingerprint settings you can set up different features like answer call, take photos, use it as a return button and much more. There is also smart accessibility, where you can customize the navigation bar, smart wake with for example double tap to wake, and it even also supports air gestures for the launcher and gallery. If you don't like the look of the UI, you can also very easy change to another theme, as you can see here. and it goes relatively fast to switch between them. The camera app looks a bit different than the normal MediaTek app, but we still find stuff like face beauty, panorama, photo and video mode. The special added mode is called SLR, and only that one will use both rear cameras. Here are the camera settings, and as you can see there are tons of stuff that you can change and tweak, and it also supports electronic image stabilization. Now let me show you some camera samples. In daylight and with good light it is possible to shoot some okay pictures, and with the SLR mode you can create an effect that blurs out the background. The second camera should help on the depth of field, but I must say that the effect is not exactly the best I have seen. Most of all it just looks like this effect is created by software and not so much by the second camera. Regarding the front-facing camera, it is just what I would call average and nothing special. It has full support for USB on the go, and it works just like a charm. You can protect apps like for example the gallery, and here also use the fingerprint sensor to unlock it. The speaker is very standard, but let me do a quick music sound test. This phone is definitely not for gaming. Here you see Need for Speed at lowest resolution. With that it runs okay, but heavier games will lag a lot. In CPU set you can here see the specifications like display, storage, system and sensors. And yes, it does have a gyroscope sensor, but it has a major problem that it is in fact inverted. So when you look up it goes down, and if you look right it goes left. So currently it can't really be used, and that's really a shame. The GPS is relatively fast to get a lock, but the reception is not exactly the best. That may be because of the metal design. I'm not really sure about it. You see here that it says 5 to 4 meters, but the signals are kind of weak. So it's not recommended for real GPS navigation. So in the rest of the video I will show you info, try out different test apps and do various stuff with the phone. In this part I will not talk, but just turn off for the background music. My final pros and cons will come in the end. The BLUBOO Dual is just one of many dual camera phones currently coming from China. The price tag is very good, and the amount of features that the phone offers and that it is made of metal makes it a pretty nice phone. It does have some typical pros and cons, and it is no way a flagship. But considering the low price you still get a pretty decent phone. So if you have any questions, feel free to leave a comment below. Please hit the like button and subscribe for more. Thank you for watching this video, and I hope to see you in my next one.